Well, hello neighbor, I'm John, your whiskey neighbor, and yesterday I had a chance to go to Rig Hand Distillery in Nisku, just south of Edmonton, Nisku, Alberta, and I picked up a bottle of their Bar M Whisky. It is the first craft whiskey to be released in Alberta, and it's pretty big news. It was a great event, and they're a great place. After the break, we're going to go into a little video clip that I had where I interviewed the general manager and distiller, Mike Beile. Okay, hi guys. John, your whiskey neighbor here. I'm here with Mike Beile at Rig Hand Distillery, and it's a pretty big night tonight for Mike and the folks here because you're releasing the first craft whiskey in Alberta. Can you talk to us a little bit about that journey or what it means to you?
Yeah, sure. We're really excited here about the Bar M Whisky that we're releasing tonight. Batch 1 has been released, 120 bottles at cask strength, so 61%. It's a really nice, sweet coconut husk flavors in it, actually. There's lots of jazz going on with it. Batch 2 is also available at this time. It's our first collaboration with another craft distillery out of Saskatchewan. Okay. Last Mountain Distillery and ourselves collaborated to make this Bar M Whisky, and we're really excited about it.
Well, that's awesome. Can you tell me a bit? I've heard of Last Mountain Distillery. I've had some of their wheat whiskey before. Really like it. Yeah,
that's what we use. They shipped their 4-year-old wheat whiskey and blended it in with our 10W40, our 3-grain whiskey, to make this Bar M. Yeah.
Okay, wait. So you use some of their wheat whiskey, and then when you say 10W40, what is the grain? Is it a mash bill like we see in the States, or is it a blending afterwards?
No, it's actually a mash bill. The 10W40. It's 10% rye, wheat, 40%, and 50% barley makes that mash bill up, or that whiskey up. So more like your Gibson style of a blend of grains.
Yeah.
And then with the wheat, the 4-year-old wheat whiskey, we're not quite at 3 years for our first cask, but you're allowed by law to mix some 4-year-old whiskey in together, a certain percentage of it, which will bring it to age, actually. So that's how we've done it.
Oh, that's really awesome, Mike. Thanks. And I was just part of your tour here, and I would like to say, if anybody's in the Edmonton area, to come down to Rig Hand Distillery. They're great. They're wonderful folks here that are friendly and would like to walk you around if that's possible, and certainly tell you about all their other products. But today, I just can't wait to taste your Bar M Whisky.
Thank you. I'm really excited about it.
Great, thanks. And I'm going to do an opening and a tasting of this a little later. Just had some taste last night, really enjoyed it. But this was just a little clip. I thought I'd a little release just to highlight such a special event in Alberta. First craft whiskey to be released. I wish I would have had a little more time with Mike. He did do a full group tour earlier, and it was really wonderful to hear about how locally committed to local, or how locally connected that group was. It was really wonderful to hear him go through the stories of how they made the connections to get the different grains that they use in their different spirits. All local farmers, and then even some of their spirits might be gin where they have flavoring, where they will use different flavors, and then also where the crab apples came from, or where the apple blossoms came from, or where the rhubarb came from. Or it was really just wonderful to hear how connected to local people, great people, farmers. And that, right now, being, they're small, but they actually employ quite a few people from the area and are connected to a number of people. And I really wish I could have recorded all of the stories that Mike shared with us yesterday. But the little interview you just watched will have to suffice. And I encourage you to look at Rig Hand and certainly the Bar M Whisky. But my next recording will be a little longer. It'll be when I open this lovely bottle and spend a bit of time with it and give you some more tasting notes on Bar M from Rig Hand Distillery. Thanks, guys. I'm John. If you like this kind of local content, let me know what's happening if you have an in, and I'll try to get out there. Take care.